Good day and welcome. I'm Timotab, and today I'm going to solve Squeeze by Jobo. Let's just have a look at the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we are going to place the digits 1 to 9, once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Digits on grey between lines must be between the digits on the attached circles. So, if this digit were, say, a 6 and this one were a 9, this one could be a 7 or an 8 in order to be between them. Okay, adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 5. So if this were a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 in order to be at least 5 away from it. Digits separated by a V must sum to 5. So if this were a 2, this would have to be a 3. All right. Not all V's are given. So that means that we are allowed to have this as a 2 and this as a 3, or as a 1, 4. Okay, I am going to restart the puzzle in order to reset the timer, and let's begin. So let's talk a bit about German whispers, first of all. So you can't put a 5 on a German whispers line, because if you do, then the next digit has to be 0 or less or 10 or more, none of which are valid Sudoku digits. Now we have to alternate between high and low. And what that means is that, so if this were from 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can't place another digit from 1, 2, 3, and 4 next to it because the maximum difference between those two digits would be 3, but the minimum difference by the rule is that it's 5. So I can't do that. Same with 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to be alternating between above 5 and below 5 along the German whispers line. And I think that has some interesting effects. Okay, so I am going to color these digits. Now, I don't yet know whether whether green is going to be high or green is going to be low. But whichever green is, purple will be the opposite. But given these 3 digits all have to be between these 2 green digits, that means that they must be green themselves. Now, was that the right place to start colouring is the question, because there's going to be some conflicts eventually. Okay, not sure just yet. Okay, I can see something. I'm going to use some different colours over here. So those 2, I'm going to make teal, so they are either high or low, and then I'm going to make that one pink. This has to be teal. Okay. Now, by the same reasoning, these 3 are all going to be the same color. So they can't be teal, they will have to be pink. And this will be teal. Okay. Where is the place to look? So one of these three is a 5. Also, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, all of these are length 3, so the circles on either end are all going to be, for each configuration, they either be both high or both low. So I'm not going to have 5 on these between lines either. So that's going to limit where 5 goes, and I'm just trying to have a quick look around to see if I can see if that's going to be handy right now. Also, I can't put 5 there. But I don't think that restricts it enough for that to be something to be looking at just yet. Okay, maybe this set or this set. All right, let's pick another pair of colors. Let's try those as red, those as yellow. That has to be red. Oh, let's get the right color. There we go. Does that help? Not seeing it just yet. Is it this big one? Okay, let's try. Those as blue, and those as orange. Does that help? Okay, yes, actually that does somewhat. So these are both low digits. So actually I'm going to recolor this line the other way about. Let's just remove that coloring altogether. So I tend to, I used blue and orange a moment ago because that was just another pair I had in my palette easily, but I tend to use blue and orange to represent high and low. So blue low because that's low digits and kind of cool, and then orange for high because that's kind of warm. But these three have to be the same, and given that I've got 2 blue digits, they must be 2 low digits, these must be high digits. So that's the same, that's the same, that's the same. So that we know for sure is high and low. Now, how does that help? It's a really good question. Right, those three are going to be the same. If they're low, then that will resolve my teal and pink. So those two are opposite. I've got 2 greens, I've got a pair there of high and low. So that's a purple 5 pair, which I don't think helps very much. Ah, these three are the same and they can't be high, because as I said, if they were high, I would have 5 highs in the row. So they are low digits, and this is high. All right, that's very nice. Now where to look? Um, okay. Could those all be high? If they were, the remaining digits in the column would be low or 5. Let's think about that. I can't see an obvious reason why that could not be the case. Okay. What about these three? No, I am not quite seeing that either. All right. So these three are all one color. So the remainder of these are pink, and there's one of them that's a 5. Is that any help? Okay. If green is orange, if green is high, that's all of my oranges. That becomes orange. Is that? Hang on. I think I've got something. Right. Yeah. If green is orange, then that's my 4 oranges in the column. Therefore, teal becomes blue and pink becomes orange. But but I need one more pink out of these two at least. So green is not orange. Green is blue. Okay. Let's recolor that and recolor that. Okay. Yeah. Essentially, one of these two has to be pink. And if, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. All right. So those two are, or those three are the same. All right. But that doesn't tell us now which color this is. Does it? Because I could still have pink there. One of those is pink. If the 5 is in here, and then I would still only have 4 oranges, and this would be blue, but I could still have those two being the pinks being blue and have both of those as blue and teal being the high. So I don't think that helps. Maybe I should start thinking numbers now that I've got some. Um, okay, this has to be a 6-9 pair because I need to have two digits that are between 6 and 9. All right, let's do that. That has to be 7 and 8. That also has to be 7 and 8. That sees both 7 and 8. This has to be a 9 because it can't be 6 because both of those would then have to be 1. So we've got a digit. Okay. Likewise, I need two digits that are different that have to be between these two and a low. So that's a 1-4 pair. These are all from 2 and 3. That 1-4 pair means that, and that is an actual pair because they have to be between the two. Means that one of those must be a 9, but it can't be that one. So that's a 9. That makes that the 4 and this the 1. That can't be a 6 because that would force that to be a 1. So that's a 7 or an 8. And that is another 2 or 3 because it can't be a 1 or a 4. Okay. Okay. Where? Okay. Even easier. I can't put a 1 on this V, so that must be a 2-3 pair. Right. This is either going to be a 1-4 pair or a... No, is it? I just need one digit that's between them. I don't have a 2-digit requirement this time. Okay. Um, all right. These two digits are going to be either both high or both low. So let's think about where 4 can go in this box. Can't go there. That can't be a 9, so it can't go there. It can't go there because 4 and... right. 1, 4, 6, 9, and 5 can never go on a circle. Sorry, can only go on a circle. No, that's not what I mean. Sorry, can never go on the between line bit. So because these are going to be the same polarity, they will either be at the extreme 1-4 or 6-9. There could be 7-9 or it could be 6-8, but in that case, even if that's 7-9 or 6-8, then 6 and 9 both can't go on there. So 1-4, 6-9, and 5 can never go on the line in these between lines. Okay, so it's only 2, 3, 7, or 8. And that one can't beat 2, 3. There we go. That's nice. That's really nice. That makes these high. And this one is low. Yeah, that's really, really nice deduction. All right. So that can be a 1 because it's the green line, not the grey line. All right, so this has to be 6. Well, no, hang on. Right. Ah, I've got a 7, 8 pair in the box. That is a 6, 9 pair, and we know the order. That's a 6. That's a 9. That 6 makes that a 1. That makes this 9, and this 6, and that makes that 1. Okay. Only 2, 3, 7, and 8 can go on a grey line, so that's got to be from 2 and 3. That now has to be 1 or 4. That, there's a 2, 3 pair in the box. That has to be 1 or 4, which makes that 9 because we know that that is a pair. And now 9 can only go here in this box, which I will colour high just to help with clarity. All right. Do we know how to colour this line yet? That's 2, 3, 7, or 8, which is still quite viable. If red is high, no, not seeing that yet. Okay. That's, if red is high, then 6 is definitely on one of these, because 6 can't go there. 9 can't go there or there. So if this is high, this is a 6, 9 pair, which we would know the order. It would be 6 here and 9 here. If red is low, then that could not be 4, so 4 would definitely be on one of these two. But the 1 could still go here. So it'd be, which would make it 4, 2. I couldn't have 4, 3, because then I'd have no room there. So these are 1, 4, and 2 if they're low. And 3 is on one of those two if red is low. So let's remove that for the moment. But I think we've definitely limited the options there. So if this is 6, this is 1, which it cannot be. There we go. So red is in fact low, and yellow is high. So that's not 6. That is not 9. 4 has to go next. We know that 4 is in one of these two. 4 has to go next to a 9, but that can't be a 9. So that's the 9. That's the 4. That's a 1 or 2. That's 7 or 8. So now 3 is in one of those two. That's 2 or 3. This is 1, 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, I think that can still be a 1. If that's 2, that's 3. Yes, that would still work. Okay. Do we now have enough to disambiguate these pink and teal? Not sure yet. All right. Where are we at for 9s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 2 9s left to go. One of those 2 is a 9. One of those 2 is a 9. I can place a 4 up here. That could be a 4. Yeah, where does 4 go in this box? It can't go there by sudoku. It can't go there by German whisper logic. In fact, it can't go on the whisper at all because there's already a 9 in the box. So it can't go there. It can't go there because it has to be between 2 low digits. So 4 goes into one of those 2. That's a lot more restricted than I expected. Okay. What about 1s? 1s, or maybe 6, given that I've got some restriction on here. Right, 6 can't go there. It can't go there. It can't go there. It can't go there. And it can't go there. So 6 would be on one of those 2, but if that were a 6, that would be a 1. So that's a 6. That places a 6 down here. So one of those has to be a 6. That makes this high. And these are low. That's nice. So one of those 2 is a 6. Do I know which one? I don't, but I do know that that's a 1. So that's a 4. That's a 1. I now need a 1 here. I need a 1 as one of these 2. That can still be a 4, but I shall mark that as high. Oh, no, it can't. Right, I'll come back to that. That is high. No. I've got 4 low digits marked in this box, so that can't be a 4. So that's the 4. That means that this must be a 1-3 pair, making that a 2. Of course, the other way I could have seen that was that I couldn't put a 4 in one of those, because that would have to be a 9. So this can't be a 7 because one of those would have to be a 2. So that must be an 8. So this is a 7-5 pair. And I've got a 7-8 in the column. That's 5. That's 7, which is high. That gives me all 4 highs in this column. That's an 8. That 2-3 pair is looking down. That's a 1. That's a 3. So that's a 4-5 pair, and by sudoku I can see that that is the 5. That is the 4. This is a 6-5 pair. 8 makes that 7. Genuine Whispers makes that 2. That makes that a 3 by the box. And that is low. That makes that 2. That's a 1. That's 3 and 2. This is a really nice puzzle. That's a 2. That's a 3. That can be 7 or 8 still. Two down here is looking, so that's 3. This 3 is looking across, making that 2 and 3. In this row, we need a 6 and a 5, which we can resolve by sudoku. And then 4 must go here. And then this is the other of 7 or 8. These 2 digits are 8 and 6, which we can resolve by sudoku. They are both high digits. This must be where the 1 goes. Five, 7, and 3 are what remain in the box. That's not what I wanted. Right, and that one's not a 3. Okay, this must be 7 or 8, seeing as 6 or 9 can't go there. All right. What have we got here? That 5 means that that's not a 5. This is 7, 8, and 9 by the column, but we've already got 7, 8 in the row. So that is a 9, which is high. That isn't. That's a 7 or 8. We now have a 6, 9 pair, and the 9 goes here. That's a 6. This is 4, 5 pair, and by sudoku we can tell that it goes this way round. Okay. This must be a low digit and must be a 3. That removes 3 from there, making this a 3, which is low. That 5 actually makes that 7. That's high. That's 8. 7, 8, and 7. This is 5. We get an 8 there and a 7 there. These 2 digits are 7 and 2. That's the 7. That's the 2. These 2 digits in the row are 4 and 5. And that's the 4. That's the 5. Okay. This is a high 7 or 8. This is where the 5 goes by sudoku. This must be a 6. Need a 5 in this column, which must go there. That resolves the 6 and 5. Then this is 7 or 8 by the column, but we've already got a 7 in the row. So that is 8. Gives me 7 and 8. These two digits are 2 and 3. They are both low. That's the 2, that's the 3. These two digits are both high. They are 6 and 8, which I can place. That is the 7, and that is a 2. That is an absolutely fantastic puzzle. Yeah, no, I really, really liked that. The restriction on the between lines and how they interacted with the German Whispers lines, and then realizing that only 2, 3, 7, or 8 could go onto the internal parts of the between lines, and then this 2, 3 on the V, resolving this one up in the top corner. Yeah, no, that was absolutely fantastic. Really, really like that. And big thumbs up from me. If you like this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.